What's up, guys? Today I brought an e-commerce expert. The mic. Oh, the mic. No, hey. You spoke to me 2 years ago, and you changed my life. No, but for real, what's up, guys? Hopefully everyone has been staying safe during quarantine. I have been trapped in the house, as you can see, with nothing to do, but that's why I wanted to bring you guys a new type of content. In today's world, it's really, really fast. So instead of giving you guys 20-minute lessons, because I know sometimes it's hard to keep up and watch the entire thing, I'm gonna give you guys 4 and 5-minute lessons. I wanted to share my personal stories and experiences and insights on how my life has changed and the biggest takeaway I got from the entire thing. So today's story is how I manifested my BMW i8. Believe it or not, it started as a tweet. Everyone thinks that I made money and then got the car, and it was nothing like that. I got the car before I had money, if that makes sense, and I'm gonna explain it to you. It started as a tweet. If you don't know what I mean, here's the tweet from 2014, and here's me getting the car in 2019. So I wanna talk about how tweeting it turned it into a reality, because it sounds crazy to a lot of people. And to be honest, it is, but when I tweeted this, I was working a minimum wage job. I had $200 in the bank, and I was saying, I'm gonna get this soon. Could have been a year, could have been 5 years, could have been 100 years, but in my head, I knew I was getting it. In my head, I had it already. And when you're coming out of that place, it's almost magic the way it works. In 2014, when I tweeted it, everyone assumed I just had big dreams. And they're like, oh, cool, good kid, like he has big dreams, but like it's hopeless for him. But I was 100% serious. And I think when I used to talk to people and explain, hey, yeah, I'm gonna get it soon, they would think I was crazy. And that's normal. Everyone's gonna doubt you on your path to growth, path to entrepreneurship. A lot of people say entrepreneurship is a lonely road, and it's something I completely agree with. One of the biggest questions I got when I tweeted that was, how are you gonna do it, right? Because at the time, no college degree, $200 in my bank account, I was making $8 an hour, like minimum wage. So everyone was saying, how are you gonna get this car? And one thing I learned from actually getting it is the how will make itself clear along the way. And what you have to get into the habit of doing is being more worried about the why or the what and less the how, right? Because with me in this car, it took me 5 years to get it, but in reality, it only took me 1 year to get it. Me making enough money to get the car and have it was only within the last year of whatever I did. The first 4 years were preparing me for that last year of when it happens. And I think the timing was perfect. I think everything happens for a reason. So without those 4 years, that last year wouldn't have never happened. So a lot of you guys might be asking, okay, we get it, like the path will make itself clear, worry about the how, whatever, right? This is how I actually did it. I was working at a Chinese restaurant.
I'm no punk bitch.
I ain't no punk bitch neither.
I'm no punk bitch.
Like I said, making however much. I tweeted this. Crazy. And you know, just it felt like destiny. A guy with a suit walks into my Chinese restaurant, and he looks like he has money. I'm like, oh cool, what did this guy do? So naturally, I'm a busboy at the time. I'm like cleaning his table. I say, oh hey, what do you do? Turns out he was in sales. And he wasn't any fancy sales guy. He was selling cars. But in my head, that was a lot better. I was good at talking to people. I kind of had a little bit of social skills. So I asked them like, hey, how did you get into that? How does that start? And he explained it to me, gave me a card, said I looked promising. And from there I applied, I got the job, and I started my career in sales. I instantly went from making, I don't know, 12 grand a year, 15 grand a year, to $50,000 to $75,000 a year selling cars, which is very important because keep in mind, like I'm learning about cars too.
I think I made a sale.
Andy wants to pay in cash, non-sequential, unmarked bills neatly packed in this canvas bag.
Well, that's a bank bag, Teddy.
So I'm there working this job, selling cars, and eventually I get bored. When you have a goal or when you have a calling, things tend to get boring. So it wasn't for me, but now I had sales experience, and out of nowhere, an ad pops up on my computer. And this entrepreneur is saying, hey, I'm hiring, come work for me. I'm gonna teach you everything about business, about how to make money.
My fucking warriors who will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking dies!
And to me, that was very appealing. So I went and had this great, secure sales job and decided, hey, this is not for me, let me apply here. Turns out I end up getting the job, working for an entrepreneur. I learned about business, entrepreneurship, social media marketing. Everything I know today, I learned through that job. And just like the other job, eventually I started my business. It started growing and growing and growing until the point where I left and had this full-blown business.
See, money doesn't just buy you a better life, better food, better cars, better pussy. It also makes you a better person.
So let me paint you a picture, right? I'm a kid, no degree, no money, no experience. I tweet a picture of a car and things start to change. Things begin to change. It happens gradually, very gradually, but it needed to happen. I do not know the path. The path is unclear to me, but it starts getting clearer as it goes. So I know what I want. I know the why or the what. I just didn't know the how, but guess what? I connected one dot and the how became clearer. And I connected another dot and the how became clearer. Connected one more dot and the how became even clearer. So what I needed to do was connect that final dot that put me from the kid who tweeted to the kid who had the car that he wanted. And that happened in 2018, December 2018, I was at a New Year's party. I still remember it very, very clearly. I met this guy, cool guy, we're great friends now. And he was driving an i8. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's been my dream car. We were talking about it. And he said, hey, like, I'm thinking about getting rid of it. Do you want it? I was like, oh, crazy. What color is it? Turns out it was the exact same color as the car that I tweeted. And it almost felt like that was the final piece I needed. So long story short, we end up working out a deal. I get the car of my dreams and everything connects. The path is complete. And it blew my mind on how that worked. And that's why I wanted to share it with you guys. The path will not always be clear, but if you know what you want and you plant that seed and you tell yourself no matter what, you are going to get it, you are going to get it. The universe is rigged in a way that it gives you whatever you want as long as you want it hard enough. Steve Jobs, who in my opinion is one of the greatest marketers of all time, actually has a great quote about this. And that's how I want to end the video. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Hope you like this new content. Subscribe, follow, blah, 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 blah.
You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart, even when it leads you off the well-worn path. And that will make all the difference.